Well, folks, thanks for coming back for the story of what is probably going to be my next project. Um, Getting really tired of sitting here. If you want to know what led to this project, go back and watch the last video. In the meantime, buckle up. I promise, I'm going to get up and walk around. But the history teacher in me needs to tell you the story behind the story. So, my dad grew up poor. His parents lived through the Depression. So, whether he learned it or had the innate behavior, I don't know. The standard nature versus nurture debate. Okay. Wherever it came from, however it developed, my dad has always been, I hate to say it, a hoarder. So when I was growing up in this house, we did renovations when we moved in, and things were always kind of in a constant state of disarray, and stuff torn up and put back together and remodeled and refurbished and repainted and whatever. Um, but we had 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a living room, family room, dining room, and kitchen, kind of one, essentially one room, laundry room, 2.5 car garage on, I don't know, like an acre of property. So over time, stuff accumulated in the house. And there was always the back bedroom, which always had one path to this window and one path to that window, and the rest was boxes of stuff. And yet we would come to the family room, and there was a TV on a chair, and the back seat of the Suburban as our sofa, and there was nothing else in here. So always in flux, but I developed, I think, because of the environment I lived in, a little bit of OCD, and like, man, stuff has got to be, if it's not a right angle, it's wrong angle. Everything has a place, and it needs to go back there. My dad's not that way. Long story short, it got so bad he bought another house to live in so he could work on this house. Sorry, there was a weird noise. Sounded like somebody was coming in. So the house is not abandoned, but he doesn't currently live in this place, this house, this space. Um, his hot water heater here broke, leaked, and he has taken it out, capped it off, so there's water but no hot water. There's electricity. HVAC is still running. But as you will see here in a minute, it's a disaster. So what's the project? The project is going to be me working on it and you taking a journey with me down this rabbit hole of I don't know what. We have debated, do we tear it down and then rebuild? I think at the moment we're going to leave it and just gut it and then like remodel the inside. But even that, I think we're going to dial it back a little bit and just gut and remodel a section: family room, laundry room, kitchen, dining room. Um, Maybe a third of the house, maybe a half, about half the house, I guess. So, and the rest of the house, needs cleaned, because ultimately, whatever we do with this house, whether my kids live in it, my dad lives in it, my mom lives in it, I live in it, we rent it, whatever we do with it, that needs to be cleaned up and that needs to be fixed. So, that's the project. I don't want to do this, but let's be honest. Let's be fair. Let's show you the dirty underside of what this house looks like. I'll be honest, I don't know if my dad is okay with me filming, but I'm going to film until he tells me to stop, or until I ask if it's okay and he says no. This is the side door that I came in the last video. It's a door we always used when I was a kid. We never used the front door or the back door. We were always in and out this door. For the majority of my life, you can see a little curve here. We had linoleum and then carpet. After the water heater leaked, which you can see was right here, all of this got gutted. In fact, this first layer, the top layer of the top layer of underlayment, top layer of plywood had to get ripped up. So this is only one layer of plywood, and that over there is 2 layers. So this has got to be done. We're going to hopefully pull out the insulation, put new in, do the same with the ceiling. Even though there's insulation in the attic, we're just going to drop it, put new in, and sheetrock over it. I distinctly remember we had a drop ceiling that we put in this room, and I was quite proud of the drop ceiling. So, all right, let's progress. Orientation. Side door. Fireplace, it's a wood insert. Before we bought the house, there was a fire in the chimney. Dad put the wood insert in. It's, I don't know if it's functional. That'll be a question to answer later. Blow out the lens by looking outside the front windows. And then French doors, that's the living room. That's a disaster we get to clean. I can remember my dad working on these French doors very painstakingly, very deliberately, working very hard on them. I don't know why I never noticed this. Why is there insulation there? That's an interior wall. That's weird. This was not an addition. I know the front porch backs up there, so you can see this wall. Outside those big windows is a front porch. So that's an exterior wall, at least those first 2 bays. Probably those 2 full, and then there's I'll just walk over there. Why am I pointing? So 1, 2, 3, those are probably exterior bays. These probably are not. Maybe the super skinny one, but not that one. But I don't know why there's insulation over here. Huh, I never thought about that. Anyway, we continue over. That's the kitchen in there. Laundry room. Back door. And then this is the laundry room, of course, from the outside. And we've had some debate. I don't know if you'll be able to... So there's been some debate moving this wall over to this line here and giving a little bit more space in the laundry room to maybe move the water heater to this corner, because over here it's an exterior wall and the electrical panel is sitting right next to it. That was scary because I think it started spraying out the top. But electric's okay. So we're thinking about moving the water heater right there, which would mean bumping this wall out. We could also move it over here if we wanted to, but we're thinking over here. So one wall moved a little bit at least, hopefully. And then, you know, washer and dryer went here. My dad's talking about, well, you know, just stick them over here. I don't know. We'll see. One thing at a time, right? Oh, where do we start? Let's go with the kitchen. As a kid, we never had a dishwasher. I was the dishwasher, or my dad. Cabinets are half ripped out. They were this really old 1970s pattern. You can still kind of see nice green General Electric cooktop. Used to have an oven in this bay, but we ripped it out because Dad never used it. Fridge. And this is the bottom layer of indoor-outdoor carpet. Yes, there was indoor-outdoor carpet in the dining room. This goes out to the back porch and the backyard. This is just a closet, nothing fancy. And then we're back into the living room, which is so depressing to look at. This is the front door that we never use. Like I said, the front porch is out here. And then we've got the hallway, a bathroom. My wife painted this bathroom. Everything else my dad and I did. Double sink, fiberglass tub, and no toilet because it leaked and broke and never got fixed. This was my bedroom, still has some of my furniture in it. And another window out front. And I mean, in case you can't tell, there's a lot of stuff to clean up in here. This is the back bedroom that was always full of stuff. There was one path there, one path there. Path has moved a little bit. It's now on the other side of the room, sort of. But, I mean, yeah. Can you tell it's been a little bit since my dad's been in here? Oh, it's so depressing. And like, this is my dad's bedroom. All the bedrooms have closets, which are nice. And then master bath, which does have a toilet, but no sink. And, you know, no drywall. Shower I always used as a kid because the other shower wasn't in there. And that's the house. I think the garage is just gonna have to be a separate video because there's so much stuff. So looking at all this stuff, is depressing. It's overwhelming. Um, Sharing it, I personally feel like there's all this shame attached to it. It's not even, it's not my house, it's not my stuff, but it's my dad. And like, I feel bad for him, but I don't know what the right word is. Is it pity? Is it sympathy? Is it empathy? I just don't, I don't like this. I don't want him to live in a place like this. I don't want him to have a place like this that's his. Like, I don't keep a clean house. Yes, I'm pretty organized. I've got some OCD, but like, I couldn't tell you the last time I dusted or vacuumed or like none of that stuff. Um, I do it. I just don't do it religiously like every week. Maybe now that I don't have a job, I should. Um, I should come up with a weekly chore list. That's a good idea. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. So it's like sharing all of this is almost like that nightmare you have where you're on stage presenting, talking, whatever, and you're naked and everybody's laughing at you. And it's not me that's on stage, it's my dad. But like, it's my dad. Like, maybe there's a psychologist or psychiatrist out there that can explain all this crap, because I don't know. Whatever the clinical condition's called that he has or doesn't have, whatever feelings I have, don't have, I don't know. It's not fun. But since I don't have a job, this is my job. I keep looking and getting overwhelmed. But I think the family room is where I'm going to start because it's the cleanest room. Right? Let's be Pollyanna, right? Let's turn that switch. No, I don't look good with my hat backwards. Let's be Pollyanna about it, right? The family room is pretty darn clean compared to the rest of the house. So let's focus on the positive. Let's gut the crap out of this and come up with a project list of tasks that need to be done and maybe a timeline. I don't know about a budget. Construction supplies are so up and down after COVID. And we'll just make a YouTube video series. I think that's going to be your homework assignment for like all 5 of you watching. What should I call this series? Like demolition with dad, declutter with dad, The unemployed son is such a failure at life. He's got to work for his dad, cleaning up his crap. That might be too long. I don't know, but we got to start somewhere. Sometimes life kicks you in the nuts. Sometimes it kicks you while you're down. Got to make do with what you got. Even when life doesn't give you lemons but gives you a bowl of turds instead, you still got to make do with what you got. So I think the family room's where we're going to start. Get it staged, cleaned up, gutted, fixed up, done. A state of some repair. Ideally, I'd like to put drywall back up in here, even if we just prime it and don't paint it yet, just to get it enclosed. Yeah. I think I've talked too much, but these last couple of videos, I feel like I've needed to go to therapy. So thanks for being my therapist. And hopefully you have a long attention span. And hopefully I'm brave enough to actually put these videos out there. So, I don't have any closing remarks other than hope you have a good day. We'll see you next time.